Hello everybody, my name is Lunas. I am founder of Effectus Group and a certified NLP Master Practitioner. In this session I'm going to present you what is NLP and how to know it better. So first of all, if you haven't heard about NLP, it's a set of tools that you can use to enhance your personal and professional capabilities. And quite frankly, in today's world, it is being very much connected with the methodology of coaching. However, in my opinion, NLP is more efficient because it's usually one session or two sessions are enough for you to get the results. So NLP is an acronym that stands for Neuro Linguistic and Programming, three different words. So to explain, neuro is something that happens between your ears. It's about your brain, your feelings, your emotions, and the states that you're in. So, as you might know, or maybe not, the brain is from small cells called neurons. Neurons are connected to each other in the paths, like a network or a net. NLP is explaining to you how this pattern is changing, how all the time is affecting your moods, your decisions, your performance and feelings during the day. Linguistic part of NLP is about communication, interpersonal and within yourself. As you may know, communication as a whole is from two parts, verbal and non-verbal. Whereas verbal is just from 7 to 13%, and non-verbal communication starts from 93 and then maybe from 85 or 87. And in NLP we are learning how communication within yourself and between the people works. It's not only the words that you hear, which when you naturally have a conversation, you think what you hear and what to respond. In NLP we're learning what these words mean, how these words describe person's points of view, point of the world and this situation. In a nutshell, we learn how to look between the lines and how to be more efficient with our communication with people and within ourselves. Programming. As you may know or suspect, NLP is seen as a dark tool, as a method or an approach to manipulate people. I will not lie, there are many scammers, thieves and bad people who are there using NLP tools to abuse people and do the harm. However, it was found for the reason to help people to enhance their performance, capabilities, skills and communication and get positive results, which will be useful for them, for their colleagues and for the society. So NLP was found by two people, Richard Bandler and John Grinder. They raised the question, how come some experts using same methods as their colleagues get better results? And I think you might ask the same question, why you do the same thing as your colleagues and you get better results or they get better results? Well, that was the question for Richard Bandler and John Grinder, and what they did, they observed three most famous therapists at that time, which was Milton Erickson, Virginia Satir and Fritz Perls. And what they did, they observed what they did at that time, how they used their language and what were the results. And after observing what they did, they took the most efficient parts, the most efficient pieces in their language, in their communication, in their behavior, and systemized it into a system, a set of tools, and called it NLP. So here we are. Here we go to the what NLP is being used for. So primarily it has four areas where it can be used. As I mentioned already, it is applied in therapy. NLP we're using to enhance performance, meaning that your states are not being triggered or activated by randomness. There are factors in your environment and other triggers during the day or some events which activates your certain moods, feelings, thoughts. So in therapy, we are learning understand the person's foundation or the roots where, let's say, the drawbacks in performance are coming from, and where and how to cure some of the phobias. One of the most impressive thing I learned in my first NLP practitioner training course is how to cure phobias, and actually it's very easy to cure them. You just play with the person's perception at that time. We will get to there. Second area that it is used for, it is personal development. Quite frankly, we all struggle with goals in our life. We struggle with the feelings that we have, or how to deal with some inner or outside conflicts that we have during our lives. So what NLP is teaching is inner communication, understand how certain emotions are being raised, and how to enhance your quality of life. It's not a secret that many aspects of our life depends on our relationship with people, and relationship with people depends on how effective we are as communicators. And NLP is teaching you how to be efficient communicator, understand people better, and be more efficient in expressing yourself. The third area where you use NLP is business. In business, we have multiple groups of people. We have colleagues, we have management, we have some processes, we have sales. And NLP helps you to be more efficient with your team, to understand their background, to understand how they talk, why they express one or other opinion. And I think from practice it's most efficient whenever you have conflicts, because quite frankly, when you have a conflict, you don't really think about how other person thinks, or how or where the causes comes from his words. And Neuro Linguistic Programming helps you to solve the conflicts, to look between the lines, look behind the words, behind the intentions, and understand where is it coming from. Quite frankly, we all want to achieve same goal. It's just we have a hard time to express how we can do that. And the fourth area is seduction. It is often being discussed that NLP is being used in a dating community. However, I would describe seduction in the most wide definition or understanding, meaning that creating attraction or liking from other people. So let's say you are somewhere in negotiation and you need other person to like you a little bit more, so you could get a better deal, or you could get some discount. Whenever you're at the shop and you want to get a discount or get a better conditions on some contract, if person likes you, he will be more eager to give you some favors. It helps with relationship. I mean, if you are there on the street and you saw your future wife or your future husband, you definitely can use NLP to express yourself better the way you are, without any manipulation or some mind tricks. And if, for example, if you are in a job interview, that really helps there. If you sit there all nervous and all stressed, and you see interviewer a little bit grumpy or in the bad mood, creating a connection fast, which helps him to like you more, and perhaps you like the person more, it gives a positive result for both of you. So that's how selection works. It's in every area of our life. Whenever we want to get something, we're here trying to understand where NLP is being used, and maybe I can give you some life example how it really works. So let's say you're trying to create a party, and out of the sudden, I mean, you are preparing, but somehow your moods are going down and you're kind of losing yourself in the process. So naturally we just give up, and we will pull ourselves into this state of going down and negative and self-critical and so on. NLP practitioner is able to break it down, the situation, to understand where is it coming from. Primarily we form our states from what we see or what we hear through our senses. That's how we see the world. So whenever you have a downside when you're preparing for something, for performance or for the party, like in this case, you probably see how people are coming in the bad mood, how they break something, how they criticize your food, or how they judge your apartment, and that of course creates you a bad mood. However, if you internally visualize how they're coming there smiling, cheerful and giving you compliments, your mood changes instantly. And that's what we teach in NLP. That's what NLP is teaching you, to be more efficient and understand how you create those states. And here we go to the last part of our presentation, which are benefits. Benefits are enormous and countless. As you practice, you find them more and more. However, I would like to emphasize maybe 5 of them. So first of all, it helps you to be a better person. I can share my experience that before NLP training, I was learning about communication a lot. And after first training, all knowledge I learned until then really put everything into the boxes, helped me to understand how communication works in the most broad context. And evidently, I became a better communicator, I became more confident, and I began to get results in my life. Second thing, it helps you with relationship. As you progress in your life, it is impossible that you will not interact with people. Learning how communication works with other people, learning about them, you increase quality of your relationship, you increase the length of your relationship, and it helps you to get better results either with your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, or co-workers. And I mean, who doesn't want to be in a good relationship with people? At the same time, we understand better ourselves, how we create our moods. We are better negotiators, we are better salespeople. As I mentioned before, seduction happens everywhere. From asking your parents to let you out to party with your friends, ending to get a job or selling a contract, or just attracting a new employee in your company. Seduction happens absolutely everywhere. So NLP helps you to attract people, to look more attractive, to be more charismatic and confident. What else I could tell about NLP is that it really helps you to build habits and quality in your life. As I mentioned in the beginning, the neurologic part of NLP is that you learn how brain works, you learn how hormone works, you learn how states are influencing your life. And quite frankly, your life is being defined in the state that you are in at that moment. So removing all the fears, enhancing your capabilities, enhancing your skills, your talents, and having better communication with the world is really worth learning about. So that is it about NLP for this time. There will be more interesting things I'm going to be sharing about NLP. Stay tuned and follow us. Thank you.